Hey, what's up, guys? Josh here with ATX Guitar Lessons. This is going to be a continuation of the series of videos on strumming and strumming patterns, creating our own strumming patterns. So this is going to be a continuation of thinking in eighth notes, and I'm going to show you guys a handy way to take something that's a real basic structure and just kind of chop pieces out and then come up with something that sounds more interesting, essentially. So we're taking our idea of a measure of 4 beats, one measure of 4/4, and we're just thinking in eighth notes. So each beat has 2 eighth notes, right? That's always the case. And each measure has 8 eighth notes in a measure of 4/4. So we're just thinking down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so I'm going to start out playing that, and then we're just going to kind of manipulate it as we go. So 1, 2, ready, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so something that we've talked about in past videos, my right hand is moving down on the number, up on the and as I'm counting out loud. So I'm just going to kind of start to cut out just a couple of eighth notes and see what we can come up with. So the first thing I'm going to do is not strum on the and of 1. So when I'm counting 1 and, I only strum on the 1, and then I just come up and I pass on the and. All right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay. And then the next eighth note that I'm going to eliminate. So all we're doing is thinking of, this motion is just constantly eighth notes. It's eighth note, eighth note, eighth note, eighth note. So I eliminated my strum on the and of 1. So I eliminated that second eighth note. And now I'm going to go to beat 4, and I'm going to eliminate that eighth note. So instead of strumming on 4, I'm just going to pass down. I'm not going to strike the strings. Okay, and we're also going to keep that the initial change that we made. So we're not strumming on the and of 1, and we're not strumming on 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. So that adds a little bit of syncopation. And that in and of itself can be a pretty interesting strumming pattern. We're going to change one more thing about it, but if I just speed that up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? The only other thing I'm going to change now is instead of just not strumming on 4, I'm actually going to stop the strings with my hand. So we're actually making it a rest, essentially. So we kind of break up that pattern for a second, and then we come back up on the and of 4, and then we're right back into the next measure. So we'll do that slowly. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, so now we're going to speed that up. That's basically it. I made 3 very minimal changes to what I was doing with my strumming. Now I just have to communicate to that. That's to my hand as I'm counting, right? And just say, okay, well, I didn't strum on the and of 1. That was my first change. Then I didn't strum on 4. And my last change was to stop the strings on 4, so it's a rest instead of just letting the strings ring. Right? Now I'm going to put that through a couple of chords, and then we'll speed it up a little bit. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So I'm going to run it through that chord progression again a little bit quicker, see what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I might have changed the order that I played the chords in there, but anyways, you get the idea. The chord progression is arbitrary, right? You're going to end up putting that over the chords that you want to put it over. But the idea is for you to have fun and start to figure out this, rhythmic concepts and get a little creative with it, rather than always having to mimic something else. It's good to use your ear and listen to other songs, music that you enjoy, and pick up strumming patterns. But to be able to do that, you want to be able to do this, creating your own, and then it all kind of starts to click and make sense. So anyways, just an introduction there on how to make a few changes to something to make it sound much more interesting than what you originally had. Anyways, have fun with that, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. Any requests for videos, I will certainly take those, and please subscribe. Good luck. See you next time.